Coach Chris Robertson here on Football Media Day, and Coach, this is the fifth for you as a head coach here at WPI. How is this camp compared to the rest?
Well, I think definitely senior leadership is at a very high level this year. We have close to 30 seniors in the program, a lot of guys that have played a lot for us, so just the experience factor coming in this year is going to help us get through camp on a positive note. Things have started off extremely positive for us so far.
Good. You got two new coordinators that you're excited about. Why don't you tell them about? Why don't you tell us about them?
Absolutely. Neil Hitchin is our new offensive coordinator. I've known Neil for 15 years now, and had the chance to work with him at other schools that I've been at. He's a proven commodity as a great football coach. He's professional, mature, well prepared. Early into camp, the players in the program already love him and love what he's bringing to the table as far as what our plans are for the offense this year, and just how he goes about his business. Like I said, extremely professional, a lot of respect for the players, and the respect has become mutual. Dan Mulrooney was elevated from our linebacker coach last year to defensive coordinator this year. Dan he's energy, he's human energy. He brings a lot to the table for us. Turning the defense over to him is not something that I took lightly, but he's the right guy for the job. Him and I are on exactly the same page on everything, and he's done a great job of plan, preparation, execution, and practice, getting everybody on the same page, and just orchestrating all the moving parts to installing the defense. He's done a phenomenal job.
Staying there with the defense, a lot of returning all-conference kids on that side of the ball. Let's start with your captains. First on the D-line, Ryan Matthey, and then talk about Jake Brown as a linebacker.
Yep, Ryan Matthey is a senior for us from Smithtown, Long Island. Was an all-conference player for us last year from the defensive end position. Is an exciting player to watch. He's a very balanced defensive lineman. A lot of times you have a skill set of being able to be great in the run game or great at getting after the quarterback, and Ryan has the ability to do both. He's tremendous in the run game, and is tremendous getting after the quarterback too, and understands, the defense extremely well. Jake Brown is a senior outside linebacker captain from Fall River, Massachusetts. Jake is just a consummate leader, very professional, very mature, handles himself extremely well in all types of situations. Tremendous leader that everybody on both sides of the ball respects. Outside linebacker for us, tremendous, playing on the edge, great leader, and a proven playmaker for us on the defense.
Speaking about playmakers, got a lot in the defensive backfield. Eric LaCroix, Sean Murphy, Kevin Lynch, Jonathan Arnaud, a lot of experience and talent back then. Talk about, I know that's a special group to use. You also help with the defensive backs. Talk a little bit about that group.
Absolutely, yep. I'd love to say that it's all the coaching, but we have some phenomenal athletes in the secondary across the two deep. We have 8 guys that are proven and can play, and that have done it for us on Saturdays. Eric LaCroix is the brains behind the group. Led our team in tackles and interceptions, fumble recoveries last year, all those big line stats that you usually don't see from a third-level player. Great nose for the football, understands coverage extremely well. Our other safety, Kevin Lynch, is only a sophomore, one of the strongest players on the team. Converted outside linebacker from high school. It's taken him a year to adapt, but he's really thrived in our defense this year. Our 2 starting corners, John Arnaud, a senior from Clinton, Massachusetts. Sean Murphy, a junior from Mattapoisett, Massachusetts. Both electric players, great at defending the run, great in the pass game. Love being isolated with top receivers in the conference. They love the challenge, and that's the one position on the defensive side of the ball where you're really on an island a lot of the game. And they do a tremendous job for us, have a great attitude, bring a lot to the table. And our second team group of Brian Marsh, Pat Finn, Mark Yandy, and Devin Duarte, again, proven commodities for us too as well. So we have 8 solid defensive backs this year. We expect a lot of great things from them.
Let's turn our attention to the offensive side of the ball, and who better than the start? Always nice to have a 1,000-yard rusher. Even better to have a 1,000-yard rusher returning, and Zach Grassis over 1,200 last year, double digits in touchdowns, a special back.
Yep, Zach is a special young man. He definitely is. Was a tremendous high school football player. David Proud. He rushed for nearly 5,000 yards in his high school career. He was a top-level recruit for us coming out of high school, and it took him a year or two to battle through some knee issues. But once he did that and gained confidence, he became our marquee back for us in the run game. Also tremendous in the pass game, protecting the quarterback, and has very good hands too. He's a big player at 6'2", 230, one of the strongest football players on the team and one of the fastest. So, you know, a special brand of speed and size, and he's an every down back for us when he's healthy. So we got to keep him healthy this year. But he's one of those proven commodities for us on the offensive side that, you know, we'll look to lean on in some critical situations.
Jacob Grills at quarterback has started games all 3 years, so that you have a veteran there, and also a lot of young talent at the quarterback position.
Yep, Jake is, again, he's a proven commodity for us. He's taken a lot of snaps, the most snaps of any quarterback on the team. We've gone through a couple of offensive coordinators during his time here, and you know, we've settled in nicely, and him and Coach Hitchin have a strong relationship, both professionally and personally, and have come to you know, to really enjoy working with each other, and they're on the same page with a lot of things. But there is great competition at the quarterback position this year too. We have a couple of upperclassmen who have been competing very well for us, and a couple of freshmen who are anxious to be able to have opportunities to compete as well. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. Jake is the front runner right now based upon experience and leadership, but there's a lot of guys on his heels right now.
And you have a lot of wide receivers that saw action last year with Cat, I think, and Anthony Andre, and Larry McGillicuddy, amongst others, and then you get Aaron Marshall back. A lot of talent there, wide receiver.
Absolutely, and I probably shouldn't speak names because I would, excuse me, I would miss some of those guys, but very talented, explosive slots, include the tight end, Liam. We have tremendous depth at the wide receiver position across the board, guys that have caught a lot of passes for us on Saturday afternoons and have proven to be home run hitters for us. And you know, offensively, if you combine Zach with his ability to hit the big play, and our wide receivers who can get separation from defensive backs in the conference, our ability to hit some home runs and have those run plays of +20, pass catches of +30, that's going to be good for us, especially you know, in this conference when you face a lot of great teams.
And then, of course, every good team needs a solid offensive line, and WPI has just that.
Absolutely. We have some returning starters up front. Zach Arnold at the center position, a young man from South Carolina. We have Pat Rosca, right tackle from New Jersey, and Corey Sterling is another returning starter for us as well. So we have 3 guys who are proven commodities for us up front on the offensive line. We're filling in the other spots with some younger players. We've got some guys in the mix, but we're going to be big and strong up front. We will lack a little bit of experience compared to last year, but I think athleticism, strength, and size will be a plus for us up front, and we're going to need that up front to block for Zach and to protect the quarterback when we throw the football.
And traditionally, Coach, we haven't given specialists their due, but you have a returning kicker that was successful last year, and of course a punter that's a 2-time All-Conference. Talk about Blaine and Vinny so far.
Yep, Blaine Bursey, sophomore kicker from Florida, earned the starting position, field goals, kickoffs, extra points last year, did a tremendous job for us. Came back stronger, bigger, almost in the 1,000-pound club in the weight room, so he's a special young man. Junior, all-conference punter, Vinny Tavernelli from Plymouth, Massachusetts. Same thing, he leaned up, he got stronger, he honed his craft in the summer months, working some good camps with some professional athletes, some CFL players and NFL players, to really work hard to be the best punter that he could be. So they're both hungry to continue to get better at the position that they're already good at. So definitely would want to make note of them.
Coach, we won't keep you much longer. Best of luck in the opener, September 5th at Curry, and we'll see you here on September 12th against Worcester State here in the home opener.
Thank you, and roll Tech.